Dear friends, we know according to Max Planck's quantum theory, there exists the radiation in the form of energy packets. Radiation having that particle-like nature, as well as radiation in the form of light waves, that is wave-like nature. Thus, radiation showing dual nature. In similar way, matter also shows dual nature, wave as well as particle. The wave, it is electromagnetic. In interference diffraction we experience for light. Particle, that is in photons, that is photoelectric effect and Compton effect, that we study. Wave particle duality for light, giving better explanation for matter also. It is studied that particle nature is represented in this way very well can be explained, and the wave nature that is represented in this way. The particle and wave nature for radiation as well as matter does not exhibit simultaneously. Further, the matter wave can be simply explained in this way. Matter wave is different from mechanical as well as electromagnetic waves. The wave is anything that moves, but the matter wave is the motion of the particle of matter in typical way, and that is expressed in terms of variable psi that we will discuss in detail. De Broglie explained about the matter wave. According to De Broglie, every particle of matter in motion behave as wave known as de Broglie wave or matter wave, and it possesses wavelength called as de Broglie wavelength, and it is given by lambda is equal to h upon p, where h is Planck's constant, p is equal to mv is momentum of the particle. The de Broglie wavelength is very well explained as analogy from the classical mechanics. According to Einstein, E is equal to mc square, giving the momentum E is equal to pc. And again, Max Planck's quantum theory is equal to h nu, that is hc upon lambda. This gives very better way analogy of the de Broglie hypothesis. Further, de Broglie hypothesis is used to determine the de Broglie wavelength of the particle moving with kinetic energy E is equal to 1 half mv square, and that wavelength is lambda is equal to h divided by under root 2 me. In similar way, an electron, it is accelerated by electric potential V, then its kinetic energy 1 half mv square is equivalent to the electrical energy E into potential V, that giving the de Broglie wavelength lambda is equal to h divided by under root 2 me V. Putting standard values of h, m and e, we get lambda is equal to 12.27 divided by V, that is very well verified using Davison and German experiment of electron diffraction. The matter wave is the specific wave different from the mechanical and electromagnetic progressive waves. It has different properties. According to de Broglie, the de Broglie wavelength is lambda is equal to h upon p, where p is equal to mv is the momentum. From this it is clear that lambda is inversely proportional to the velocity v of the particle and mass m of the particle. De Broglie wavelength is greater for lighter particle and vice versa. Again, de Broglie wavelength is greater for slower particle and vice versa. If v is equal to 0, then lambda is infinity. This means matter wave does not exist for particle at rest. Phase velocity for matter waves, it is c square divided by v, depends on particle velocity and always greater than the speed of light. The matter wave is associated with charged as well as uncharged particles, therefore it is neither mechanical nor electromagnetic wave. Its behavior is explained by variable in a space called wave function psi. The matter wave introduces uncertainty in a measurement of physical quantities involved in it. And last property, that is the particle and wave nature does not exhibit simultaneously. The specific property of matter wave. In case of matter wave, the velocity associated with that particle and a group of the waves is specifically explained. The phase velocity. The velocity with which phase of the particular wave propagates in the medium is called phase velocity. It is similar to the wave velocity. And the group velocity, the velocity with which a group of the wave or wave packet propagates is called group velocity. It is here very well explained. V is equal to f lambda is the wave velocity, that is phase velocity. It is simplified using the conditions of f and lambda, where k is equal to 2 pi upon lambda and omega is equal to 2 pi upon t, that is 2 pi f. Using this condition we are getting V is equal to omega divided by k, the specific condition, that is the phase velocity. The wave function is the specific property of the matter wave. A variable associated with a matter wave describes its behavior is given by psi is equal to f of xyz t in space. It has no its own physical significance. Its value may be positive, negative or complex. And it is represented psi is equal to a plus ib and psi star is equal to a minus ib, so that psi star, that is psi square, is equal to a square plus b square, where a and b are real. Psi is not observable and measurable physical quantity, and therefore its square is defined. Scientist Max Born represented psi square as a probability of finding of particle in space per unit volume at a given point at that instant. High value of psi square means a large probability of finding, and a low value of psi square means small probability of finding the particle. Psi square equal to 0 means particle does not exist in a space at that point at that instant. The total probability is given by integration psi square dv is equal to 1. From the property, one typical principle stated by Heisenberg, that is about uncertainty. The matter wave introduces uncertainty in measurement of quantities involved in it, and the relation between these quantities explained by scientist Heisenberg in the simple way, that is uncertainty principle. It is an important consequence of the wave particle duality of matter and radiation and inherent to the quantum description of the nature. It is simply stated that it is impossible to know both the exact position, exact momentum of an object simultaneously, provided that product of uncertainties in position and momentum is always greater than or equal to Planck's constant. This is represented in this. Delta x is uncertainty in position, delta px is uncertainty in momentum. This can be modified for a particle moving with energy E is equal to 1/2 mv square, and that is giving in terms of energy and time uncertainty principle delta E into delta x greater than or equal to h. This can be very well explained using electron diffraction experiment. Using these properties of matter wave, scientist Schrodinger derived the behavior of the matter wave in terms of the wave equation. According to de Broglie, the matter wave possesses a wavelength given by lambda is equal to h upon mu, where u is velocity. Then the differential equation helpful for further description. Schrodinger used analogy of stationary wave on a string, and that is in terms of differential equation d2 psi by dt square is equal to u square del square psi, where del square is d2 by dx square plus d2 by dy square plus d2 by dz square. It is Laplacian operator. The general solution for this, it is psi is equal to psi 0 e raised to minus I omega t. Psi 0 is dependent on x, y, z, t, with a position vector of r bar is equal to x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. Omega is equal to 2 pi nu and u is equal to nu lambda. This is giving the condition del square psi plus 4 pi square upon lambda square psi. Simplification of this is possible, and for this the general solution is differentiated twice, then it gives the equation d2 psi by dt square and compared with del square psi. Further it gives simplified equation between omega and u as omega square divided by u square, then using omega is equal to 2 pi nu and nu is equal to c lambda de Broglie hypothesis, lambda is equal to h upon p and total energy E is equal to p square divided by 2m plus v. The further simplification gives the final equation, that is Schrodinger time independent wave equation, del square psi plus 8 pi square m divided by h square inside bracket E minus v psi equal to 0. H is Planck's constant, m is mass of the particle, E is total energy of the particle, v is potential energy of the particle. This can be used to obtain further Schrodinger time dependent wave equation in simple simplification, and that is minus h square divided by 2m del square psi plus v psi equal to I h cross d psi by dt. The Schrodinger equation can be applied in quantum mechanics for different simple problems. The problems may be in 3 dimension or 1 dimension. One simple problem that we are going to discuss, that is particle in a rigid walled box. And for this, the diagram representing here, this is the particle enclosed in a box having rigid walls. The boundaries x is equal to 0 and x is equal to L. The boundaries are rigid, therefore whenever particle is moving, bouncing back from each of these walls, and no energy is lost. Therefore the particle is within the box, it has wave function psi, outside there is no wave function. Within the box there is finite potential energy and outside there is infinite potential energy, therefore it is also known as infinite square well. The simple representation of this particle in that square infinite square well, that is Vx is equal to infinity for x less than or equal to 0, x greater than or equal to L, Vx equal to 0 for x 0 less than x less than L. Clearly the wave function must be 0 where the potential is infinite, no particle exists. Where the potential is 0 inside the box, the time independent Schrodinger wave equation converted into one dimension. It is d2 psi by dx square is equal to minus 2me divided by h square psi, that is minus k square psi, and k is equal to under root 2me divided by h square. The general solution for this is psi x is equal to a sin kx plus b cos kx. This equation can be simplified for boundary conditions x is equal to 0 and x is equal to L. It is giving in this way. The Schrodinger equation applied to the above problem in one dimensional and simplified its general solution for boundary conditions, that is psi is equal to 0 for x is equal to 0 and psi is equal to 0 for x is equal to L, we get k is equal to n pi divided by L. And further simplification gives the expression for energy and wave function of the particle given in this representation. The wave function is represented in this way. This the wave function represented psi x is equal to under root 2 divided by L sin n pi x divided by L. And the energy of the particle represented in this way. N is equal to n square h square k square divided by 2m, that is n square h square pi square divided by 2ml square. This representation dependent on value of n. For n is equal to 1 it will be different value, for n is equal to it will be higher value, for n is equal to 3 it will be higher value. In this way the value of energy is dependent on discrete values of n, 1, 2, 3. Therefore discrete energy states are available, and in this way the energy is said to be quantized. The representation of wave function psi x and probability sin square, that is represented diagrammatically in this way. For n is equal to 1 this is what the representation. For n is equal to 2 there are availability this situation. For n is equal to this 2, 3 it is represented in this way. Corresponding value, that is square, is always positive, and therefore for n is equal to 1 this is what the value of psi square, this is what value of psi square. For n is equal to 2 this is for n is equal to 3. Simple representations, quantization of energy, representation of wave function and probability of finding the particle in spare space. For that particle, it is in infinite square well. It is in a space with one dimension. The further application, that is, particle is a non-rigid walled box, and from the simplification of a boundary conditions of this problem, it is clear that even though the particle does not have sufficient energy to overcome the barrier and find some probability to escape from the box, using this property of finite potential well, the scanning phenomenon is introduced. The phenomenon of crossing the barrier without sufficient energy by the particle is tunneling effect. It is used in scanning tunneling microscope STM. It consists a probe with a fine tip that is made to move on the surface under study. This is used for scanning of the surface for study. The probe is kept at positive potential with respect to surface to be studied and kept at the distance about 1 nanometer. It can be used in either constant height mode or in constant current mode. This is simple representation. The tip is kept on the surface to be studied. If the tunneling of negative electron taking place towards the tip, then we are finding the situation that the position of the tip giving electric current that is circulated through this and the surface under scanning can be observed in this way on the screen. It is used very simple way to scan very fine surface for its irregularities and detailed study. Thank you.